In English, you have this, that, these, and those. In Tagalog, we have more. Oh yes. Kumusta po kayo? Welcome back. Let's continue our journey in learning a beautiful language, Tagalog, the language of the Philippines. In this video, we begin a new chapter in our journey. We will begin to talk about the Tagalog version of demonstrative pronouns. What are demonstrative pronouns, you may ask? Well, these are the names we use to point out objects when talking about them, like this, that, these, and those in English. In Tagalog, demonstrative pronouns are called PANGHALIP PAMATLIG, which is more extensive than the English counterpart. How extensive, you may ask? Well, let's have a look. Let me introduce you to our table of Tagalog demonstrative pronouns or Panghalip Pamatlig. Let me point out several things about this table and how different the Tagalog demonstrative pronouns are from the English counterpart. Number 1, there are 6 categories of demonstrative pronouns. These are direct, Paturol, indirect, Paári, oblique, Paúkol, locative, Panlunan, existential, Pahimaton, and illustrative, Panulad. Number 2, on the y-axis, you will find the 3 types of pronouns per category. We have near the speaker, near the listener, and away from the speaker and listener. These are the pronouns the speaker would use depending on his or her position relative to the listener and the object of conversation. Number 3, you will find that the counterparts of the English this and that have several versions in Tagalog across the table. See? Number 4, the English adverb here and there are represented in this table. And they also have several versions across the table. Got it? Number 5, ito, iyan, and iyon are this, that, and that over there in English. Depending on the context and the point of view, they can also mean it in English. How cool is that? And number 6, there are no plural versions in the table. There are no equivalents to the English these and those. Why is that? Well, I will explain that later at the end of this video. In this introductory video, I will go over the Tagalog demonstrative pronouns and cover the basics and cite some sample sentences for each. But before we do that, please be sure that you are subscribed if you're still not by simply clicking on the subscribe button and the bell notification button so you'd be updated of new videos. Ayos ba? So, tara, simulan na natin. Let us begin. Here are some sample sentences on the Tagalog demonstrative pronouns. And oh, if by the end you still have some questions in your mind, please do not worry because I will cover everything more extensively in subsequent videos. So, let's get right onto it. For direct demonstrative pronouns, you can say, ito ay libro. This is a book. Iyan ay lapis. That is a pencil. Iyon ay bag. That over there is a bag. This is easy to understand. Ito, iyan, and iyon are this, that, and that over there in English and are used to directly point to the object of the sentence. Let's try the indirect demonstrative pronouns. Here goes. Kumain ka nito. Eat this. Kumuha ka niyan. Get that. Magdala ka niyon. Bring that over there. If you still remember our lesson on indirect markers, these work the same way. The object of the sentence is not the focus of the sentence. It is the subject, ka, you, who is the focus. Kumain ka, you eat. Kumuha ka, you get. Magdala ka, you bring. And whatever is the object of the sentence is represented by an indirect pronoun. Got it?
If not, don't worry. I'll cover this extensively in another video.
Now, let's move on to the oblique demonstrative pronouns. Let's go.
Halika rito. Come here. Pupunta ako riyan. I will go there. Pupunta tayo roon. We will go over there. It's very simple, right? Oblique pronouns point to the location where an action is to take place or is taking place.
This is somewhat similar with the locative demonstrative pronouns. Let's take a look.
Narito ako. I am here. Nariyan ka. You are there. Naroon sila. They are over there. Locative pronouns point out to the location of the subject or object of the sentence.
Now, let's write the existential demonstrative pronouns. Here are some samples.
Heto na si Peter. Here is Peter. Or, here comes Peter. Ayan na si Peter. There's Peter. Or, there goes Peter. Ayon na si Peter. There's Peter over there, or there goes Peter over there. Do you get a sense of these pronouns? They point out to the existence or movement of the subject or object along the timeline of the sentence. If this sounds weird to you, don't worry. I'll cover this extensively in a separate video.
Lastly, let's have a look at the illustrative demonstrative pronouns.
Ganito ang isusulat mo. Literally, what you will write is like this. Or, you will write it like this. Ganiyan ang isusulat mo. Literally, what you will write is like that. Or, you will write it like that. Ganoon ang isusulat mo. Literally, what you will write is like that over there. Or, you will write it like that over there. This isn't too difficult, right? One more thing. Aside from using ganoon to describe some distant thing, it can also be used to refer to some idea, beliefs, or concepts that is not seen by the speaker and the listener. I will explain this set of pronouns in another video in this series.
These are just simple sample sentences that show how the different forms of the Tagalog demonstrative pronouns are used. I will be covering each of the categories extensively in succeeding videos on our new chapter on the Tagalog demonstrative pronouns. And oh, if you're wondering what's the equivalent of the English these and those, we simply use the Tagalog plural marker mga. For example,
ito ay mga libro. These are books. Iyan ay mga lapis. Those are pencils. Iyon ay mga bag. Those over there are bags.
Ayos ba? Simple lang, di ba? It's very simple. Following this introductory video will be a series of videos covering the different categories in more detail, starting with the direct demonstrative pronouns, which I will be covering in the next video. If you have learned something new in this video, please click on the like button because that will help this video and this channel be recommended to more people, thus helping this channel grow. All right? I hope to catch you again in the next video as we begin to comprehensively discuss the Tagalog demonstrative pronouns. I will see you then. Maraming salamat po at hanggang sa susunod.